Just, it's a different life.
Good morning, everybody. Tim Bennett-Brooke here. A little teaser from Instagram. We were just talking on the air about how that was secret show number 7, and followed by, let's see, that was in February of 2019, and the last secret show we did was in, I think, June of 2019. It was Old Dominion. You guys were just talking about how your life has changed since then.
I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
I was living by myself. I was not even engaged. I was well rested.
Yeah. I mean, my memory's not great, but as I recall, I was still married.
Yeah.
I think I was going through the process of the big
Wow.
D, but yeah.
You knew where your boat was?
I knew where my boat was.
You had a boat.
I had a boat. I had more hair. I had, a lot of things.
Yeah. Crazy. You may notice Ben is in a different look today. He's in studio with us. Look, he's right over there.
Well,
We're all back
hello.
together again.
Hello.
Do you
My
have your
clues?
clues?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Elizabeth surprised playing with Ben on 1.
Okay.
Andrea in Queen Creek with Brooke on 4.
Okay.
Jeff, there is an opener, and we don't know who it is.
Yeah. It's a double secret.
Yeah.
Morning, Simbo. Minnie gave Simbo a hug just for you, Ben.
Aw. Oh, Simbo.
No.
The wall is still there. It's just there's computer issues to get Ben's studio into our studio. So
I'm going to have to go get my glasses. I can't read that little screen.
we'll have to look that up. Okay.
Please understand again.
All right, so we're going to send you to the Darius Rucker show when he rolls through Arizona Federal in July. And we're going to start with Ben. You're playing with Elizabeth, I believe, is from Surprise. Is that right, Elizabeth?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
All right. We ready to do this?
Yes, we are.
Let's get it on.
All right. Thinking of Sky Harbor.
Yep.
And I want you to name in 30 seconds as many things as you would find at an airport. These are things at an airport. Ready, go.
Samsonite makes this product.
I'm sorry, you have to say it again.
Samsonite makes this product. Samsonite. You take it on the plane.
No idea.
It's like a suitcase. Suitcase is also known as...
Oh, luggage.
Yes, okay. These are the people that fly the planes.
Pilot.
Yes, okay. You just said this thing. A 747 is a...
Airplane.
Yes, okay. These people serve you the drinks on the plane.
Flight attendant.
Okay, you go to eat in this place before you get on the plane at the terminal. They are... Yeah.
Do we get that one? Yeah. Okay, Barrel Boy, how many is that? Barrel Boy's got
Cinco.
the score. 5. I forget who the comic was who said he wanted to go dress up like an airline pilot and just go to one of the bars in the airport and drink heavily all day.
No. Probably not a great idea.
Is that guy getting on my plane? I hope not. Brooke, say hello to Andrea from Queen Creek.
Hey, Andrea.
Morning, Brooke. How are you?
I'm good. You feeling like we can get 6?
I am hoping.
Okay.
Getting you 6. All right, here we go. You've got 30 seconds to name as many airlines. These are the airlines, major airlines. 30 seconds, go.
All right. The opposite of north is?
Southwest.
Yep. This is, if you're from the United States, you are
American Airlines.
Yep, this is Anchorage is in this state.
Alaskan Air.
Yep, this is the last state, Maui.
Hawaiian Air.
Yes, this is the fancy airline. It's like, oh gosh,
Qatar.
no, it's oh my gosh, this is an actress. Her last name is Burke. She was on Designing Women. Blang Dawn. What's that?
You're
flower?
going
You
for
got
Delta.
it.
Delta. It's a
How else would
fancy-
you describe Delta? It's fancy to me.
I mean, yeah.
They have a window in the bathroom.
I thought you were trying to get Virgin Airlines. I'm like, what's the clue for that?
Yeah, really.
Are they still a thing?
I don't know.
But guess what?
Wow.
Not good enough to beat Ben and Elizabeth. Elizabeth will see you at Darius Rucker in July.
Thank you.
Congrats.
It's Tim Minnebrook here on 102.5 KNIX. And coming up, what are the backstage requirements of our mysterious secret show artist? Could there be a clue into what they require backstage, like no green M&Ms? We'll talk about it. Tim Minnebrook.
But I didn't.
I'm gonna put Ben back in his room pretty soon.
Why?
As I'm trying to give the clue, you're like, "Ah!" It's like, I didn't do that when you were shouting Samsonite. Like, that was the dumbest clue. I don't even know what that is.
Samsonite?
No.
You've never heard of Samsonite?
No.
It's just like the biggest luggage brand in the world.
Yeah.
I must not be rich enough to afford that. I don't know.
Well, I got mine at Costco.
Really?
Yeah. You don't remember? Well, you're too young, but they had a gorilla, and they threw
Yeah.
a Samsonite suitcase in his gorilla cage, and
Oh.
he was beating on it, throwing it, flinging it. If it's strong enough for Willie the gorilla, it's strong enough for you.
Delta Airline, the airline that is always delayed.
Is it?
I
don't
just saw
fly
there
it.
was a list of the airlines with the most customer satisfaction. Delta was number one just recently. But it used to be don't ever leave the airport was what Delta stood for.
Really?
Or they said, because they're based in Atlanta, that's their
Yeah.
hub. There's a guy who used to say, I feel if I died and went to hell, I have to go through Atlanta.
Dude, Atlanta airport. I would rather. I don't know what I'd rather do. So many other things. Probably the Moscow airport. I can't handle an airport. It's
That
the
would
worst.
Be,
It's the
that
worst.
would be
in
a
the world.
good draft, maybe the worst or best airports.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
I know what the worst. I mean, other than Atlanta,
Yeah.
there's one that is the worst. And every time I go there, I'm like,
Chicago. It's always
no.
delayed. Always delayed at O'Hare.
uh-uh.
No, not O'Hare. What's the other? Yes.
This one isn't about delays. This one is just about, are you serious? Are you ever, this is a major city. Are you going to rebuild this thing?
Nashville.
No, Nashville's got a great airport.
And now
because
they've
it's
got
not too
new
big.
carpeting.
Nashville's a great airport because you can get your rental car. Like you just go down an elevator and you get your rental car. There's
Smaller airports are always better about that.
Yeah, but the Nashville airport, I went back recently and it's like 3 times the size. Thank you, bachelor parties.
I've had the longest waits in Las Vegas and Orlando. I don't like that airport.
I've never had a problem.
I'm talking about Kansas City's airport.
Kansas City?
The horseshoe.
Oh, we were just talking about a draft of either the best or the worst airports.
Atlanta airport, I wanted to set that place on fire and I got stuck there. I had to stay in a hotel the roof wasn't finished. I mean, the customer service, like I went up and my flight got canceled and they were acting like I was bothering them. I'm like, I'm sorry. Is this not your job? Like,
I got stranded in the Atlanta airport for 36 hours. There was an ice storm and nobody could leave. I slept on the floor. It was awful.
I think Atlanta is my least favorite big city in the country.
Mhm.
A lot of
sister
people
lives there, so
agreeing
I like it.
about Atlanta.
I like it because I got friends there, but you're
Vegas.
right. If I didn't, I would hate it.
Oh,
Here's my issue with Vegas is that it's weird. So when we would have to do the show in Vegas a couple times a year, Willie would always drive, and Willie would always fly, and I would drive, and we would get to the hotel at the exact same time. By the time you go to Sky Harbor, go through security, wait for your plane, get on the plane, it taxis, it flies. It's a 38-minute flight in the air. And where you landed, Vegas, you're like, it looks like walking distance to the strip. But then you got to wait for a car. Then, you know.
I'd rather drive to Vegas.
Yeah. It was like 4.5 hours. So.
There's slot machines everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want to get away from it.
Exactly.
I like the Vegas airport. I haven't had a issue, but you guys never got delayed in Chicago at O'Hare? Every time I fly connecting flight through there, it's always a delay.
Yeah.
But Midway's fine. Or maybe I have that turned around.
Yeah, Midway's the smaller, yeah. Yeah.
I think Sky Harbor's a great airport.
Except for luggage.
Dude.
Denver. Aha! That means they're probably Americans.
Well, that rules out somebody.
Okay. Check to see if there's any vegan country artists.
There are. Vegetarian.
Snuck your Underwood.
Yeah.
Why? You're worried too much. You worry too much. Going to give yourself an ulcer. Barrel Boy can't talk on the stream because of the same computer issues there. We've got Ben in the studio.
Ugh. It's the start of what we were talking about this yesterday. It's the, what do you call it? Retrograde. Is it starting yet?
Mercury in retrograde.
Oh, no. Let me see. I'll Google it.
I know it's coming up.
Dallas is another one. It seems like in Dallas, they never connect you through a gate that's within 12 miles of where you get off the plane.
No, it's not until about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
Well, can't blame it on that.
May 10th.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's nice. All right, Ben.
Yes.
XL Sammy.
Sam Hunt. Breaking Up was easy in the 90s. Will he be the ninth secret show? Could be. We'll see.
We're starting to get a little bit like some of you going down the rabbit hole, trying to figure out who the artist is from various clues, including what are their backstage requirements. Because we did a TBB extra podcast about some of the more bizarre ones. We'll talk about it next. KNIX. Stephanie has not flown in 36 years. How do you get from here to there?
Wow.
Amtrak?
That's a confession session. I've never flown.
Yeah.
My aunt, the one who drove across the country, she hasn't flown since 1995.
What was the straw that broke her flying back?
Flying back somewhere. The plane almost crashed.
Wow.
It was like I think it was from Syracuse to somewhere else in New York, like a small little plane, and it hit some weather, and she said, never again.
Now, what does Alexander mean by Atlanta's always delayed, but there's plenty of space and food and drinks around, unlike Phoenix Sky Harbor. The one thing about Sky Harbor is they have great restaurants.
But maybe he's talking about, like, since COVID, like,
they're closed.
Chelsea's Kitchen.
That's
like
true.
Yeah, you can't
That is true.
go to the restaurants. I mean, you can get little fast food things.
Sky Harbor is a great airport. I love it, except for if you check a bag. So I cram everything into a bag and pack less so I don't have to check a bag, because you could literally go to Chelsea's Kitchen, sit down, eat.
Sometimes I do.
A whole meal before your bag gets out.
That's a strategy I use.
Simbo loves John Wayne Airport. You know, another airport I like in Southern California is Orange County. or Santa Ana.
Mm.
That's all the same airport.
I was like, I've never been to this.
John Wayne, Bob Hope. Is that the same airport?
No, Bob Hope is
Burbank.
Yeah.
And John Wayne is?
John Wayne is the one right next to Disneyland in Orange County. It's the yeah. It's the one where when you take off, they take off at a really steep angle, and then they have to turn the engines off till they get out over the ocean.
Okay. I love Bob Hope.
Yeah.
Because it's the smallest airport I've ever been in for a major city.
What's the conspiracy about the Denver airport?
It's where it's a bunker, right?
Oh.
Give heaven some hell, Hardy, 1025 KNIX. We're Tim, Ben, and Brooke.
At every secret show, there are people either outside in line or waiting before the artist comes on. One woman unraveled a spreadsheet where she had cross-referenced every artist and where they were performing and what their travel plans from their Instagram account. I mean, they had done like a deep dive following and trying to snoop out who the artist was going to be, which they were going to find out in minutes anyway. But it's kind of fun. And we were asking the people here who do know what the backstage requirements were for our secret show artists.
Like Old Dominion, all they wanted were In-N-Out burgers.
Exactly.
And we got them like 20.
A writer, right.
And here's the funny part. On this secret show, we don't even know who the opening act is. So it's like a double secret show. Barrel Boy tells me that the one requirement food-wise for this secret show artist, barbecue.
Barbecue.
Okay.
Now,
barbecue. Dickie's barbecue.
Ooh.
So what can we infer from that? They are meat eaters. They're not vegetarians. Okay. Let's run that through the computer. Country stars that don't eat meat.
But not to complicate things.
Okay.
But do we know if it's for them or the crew? Or maybe this person's guitarist wants the barbecue. You never know.
You know.
Or their posse. Maybe they're bringing a squad.
Yeah, like Kane Brown. When he came
for
the Acoustic Summer, he brought a lot of people.
We were looking at some of the weird, there's a BuzzFeed thread about some of the weirdest backstage requirements for big artists. You know, Cher, for instance, likes a separate room for her wigs.
Well, Ben has one too.
I believe my wigs need a room.
Is there an extra wig room at the Marquee Theater?
I guarantee you. I have more wigs than Cher does.
I doubt that.
I will have. I don't know.
Let's find out. J-Lo said she prefers an all-white dressing room to keep her mind and her spirit at ease. So that means white candles, couches, tables, flowers, spouses. Let me see. Oh, Beyonce wants her dressing room set to 78 degrees and likes to have well-seasoned chicken. Again, this sounds like Ben. Ben is the Beyonce.
No, I like it much colder than 78.
That's too hot.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Britney Spears. Okay, you ready for this? At a 2011 London show, she requested McDonald's cheeseburgers without the buns, 100 figs and prunes, toothpaste, fish and chips, and a framed photo of Princess Diana.
Well, no, that's not that crazy. I've told you guys about my interaction with Colby Calais.
Yeah.
When I was on a pop station. We got her food that she wanted, and she told us she could not eat off these plastic plates. She had to have porcelain. So I had to go to Target and get these porcelain plates for her to eat off of. She would not eat until these special plates came.
I love what Brad Paisley requested. Remember that?
Yeah.
No?
An autographed photo of Billy Joel.
That's right. Sometimes they put those things in, make sure that you read their whole, contract or their rider or what have you. Oh, what about this one? Selena Gomez, after her breakup with Justin Bieber, she had those on her team and at the theater named Justin go by a different name.
That's amazing.
I don't know. We'll have to see. If they don't want anyone to call anybody Blake, I mean, that could maybe be your Miranda vibe. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Oh, there's so much to see, including some new fashion Barrel Boy's going to have brand new shoes on, and wait till you see Brooke's hat. It's all happening tomorrow night. K&I Secret Show number 9. Win your way there. Straight up 8 o'clock. All right. Yeah. So, Beryl, are you going to come in and? Okay, cool. Happy birthday, Rochelle. Rochelle was one of
Yay.
the $10,000 callback qualifiers.
Jim, I'd say that's a good bet just based on the number, right? Like,
What is Jim asking?
he said it's probably a male, but, most are, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you had to put your money. Because
Well,
the females it would be Carrie Underwood, Miranda Lambert, Kelsey Ballerini.
the Judds.
Oh my gosh, the Judds. But
Wow.
no, Kelsey,
Yeah,
I don't know if she's big enough.
yeah, I agree. She's great. She's doing well. And Carly Pierce, she's got 2 female, but they're just not. They don't have the body of work yet.
They don't
It's
play Auction Pavilion.
a bigger star than they're not headlining Auction Pavilion.
They play it, but they don't headline it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the females that headline Auction Pavilion would be Carrie Underwood
Mhm.
and Miranda, right? Who
Right.
else? What other?
Reba.
Oh yeah. I
But
forgot
But
about
she's not really touring.
Faith,
Faith,
Yeah.
Reba, Dolly.
Trisha. Oh, Dolly.
Trisha
oh
would
my
do auction.
God.
You think?
Nah.
She.
No.
I mean, she doesn't tour anymore, but
Yeah,
if she
she
did,
don't.
she could.
Yeah.
Maren Morris.
Would she do auction?
I don't know if I had.
I
not
don't
a
think
headline.
she- I
Last time
don't-
she did Mesa Amp, or
Yeah.
didn't she? Yeah, Mesa
Question for
Amphitheater.
peanut butter.
Yeah, not that I have a baby, I don't, but I mean, my parents live in Durham, so I go back all the time. I was back there in September.
I go back.
I miss Raleigh. It's a great place.
Amy mentions the San Diego airport. You know what's unique about that?
Hmm.
Well, first of all, they don't fly either past 10 at night or midnight, and they fly starting at 6 a.m. But San Diego's runway is essentially at sea level, but you have to come in over a hill, and the wheels of the aircraft barely clear a parking garage, like a 4-story
Oh.
parking garage, and it's a challenging landing for the pilots, and it's very fun to watch. I've actually paid to park in that parking garage just to sit up there, and it's just like, oh man, they're right above you.
Have you ever flown into Ronald Reagan in DC?
Yes, when I went back to DC a couple of years ago, and I was surprised at kind of how small it was.
It's small,
Yeah.
and it's the landing. The runway is feet from the Potomac River.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it feels like, wow, we're going down.
going down.
We must be going. We're going to take a plunge.
Same with San Francisco.
On the runway first. Yeah.
Yeah. And I heard that for a long time after 9/11, if you were flying into any of the DC airports, like an hour before they were even close,
Yep.
you had to stay in your seat. You couldn't go to the bathroom or anything.
That's true. And I remember many times going, God, I have to pee so bad.
Yeah.
There's 3. There's Reagan, Dulles, and BWI. And Southwest flew out of BWI. And that was one we would take the majority of the time to come back to Phoenix. But it was 45 minutes away in Beltway traffic. Awful.
Oh, Georgianne, can you email me your address? I had it because I know I sent you a note, but I cannot find it in my phone.
Oh,
Please.
Jill has a good point. Shania.
Oh, duh, Shania. Yeah.
Wait a minute. It's Maximus Trump.
Huh.
That's Trump, not Trump. That's Nelson's boy. Hello there, Max. It's late at night there in Australia. He's checking in from Sydney, Australia.
Is
Hey.
Nelson's last name Trump?
It's Trump.
Oh,
yeah.
I
with an
need my
O.
reading glasses.
Yes, you do. Max, I have to know if you ever finished your Titanic, Lego Titanic.
I gotta go look for my glasses.
I couldn't sleep one night, and I looked at Instagram. He was doing Instagram Live, unboxing the 50,000 piece Lego Titanic. Max is a Titanic aficionado.
Oh.
If you're a cinephile, Brooke, what is a Titanic fan? A syncophile.
Syncophile. Yeah.
Woo! Man! I am in fuego today.
And Georgianne, how did your surgery go?
White River. Oh, man. I got to see it, Maxie. In fact, I think Nelson's birthday is this weekend. All right. Brooke, you are going to back sell this. Is that secret show number 1 singing with secret show number 9?
Mm. Secret show artist number 1, Jason Aldean, singing with maybe secret show artist number 9, Miranda Lambert.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yes. We'll know if she comes out and throws a plate at the audience. We'll know it's her.
She threw one salad plate, and y'all cannot let that go.
She's a salad shooter.
Want to play Snake Oil. We need a shopper. So you could be the shopper at 833-577-KNIX. We'll play Snake Oil next.
Kathy wants to know, how come I never see Georgianne's comments? What do you mean?
Let's see. Here is Georgianne.
Wait, he just showed that. Do you not see that? We can't see. We don't know what y'all see and what you don't. On the street. Oh, she didn't see that. That's strange. We just flashed it up there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm actually on the program that feeds to Facebook, so I don't see the Facebook feed.
That is weird.
Georgianne, have you done something on social media that has got you banned? I mean,
Oh, that sounds painful. You're still on the prayer list.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I got work to do here. Don't know how.
My baby is 6 months old today.
Wow.
6 months old. Look at that.
Isn't that crazy?
It's a Boversary.
Can't believe the little nugget is 6 months old.
Carolyn in the toque.
Is Bo Day.
Bo knows.
6 months, man. I remember that morning you walked out the door and I was like, Beryl and I looked at each other and go, Are we going to see her again for a while? There was something about the way you left.
Limping because I was having contractions.
Yeah.
And Ben was trying to figure out his reverb machine.
Man, I just had a little thought, and I don't get those often. Dan and Shay was one of the best shows I've seen maybe in the last 5 years. And they would be an amazing secret show.
Oh, they would. And we've never had a duo.
Gosh. No. All right. So my excitement level is getting close to being too much. I might need a paper bag because if I start hyperventilating. But in the meantime, we are going to play Snake Oil. And joining us from Brooks' former neighborhood of the world's largest cul-de-sac, also known as Ahwatukee, it's Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn.
Hey.
Hello.
Well, here's how it's going to work. Barrel Boy is going to give us each 2 random words. We put them together in either order and do an instant pitch for that product. Whatever the product is, you listen to all 3 pitches and tell us which one you would buy. All right? Sound right?
Got it.
Okay.
Sounds
then.
good.
Well, then here's what we're going to do now. We're going to play Snake Oil with Tim Benenbrook.
It's Tim Benenbrook's Snake Oil Salesman. Tim Benenbrook, Snake Oil Salesman.
All right, take it away, Beryl.
Tim, cereal vest.
Oh, no.
Oh, the cereal vest. You like to keep your Captain Crunch right there by your heart. All of your cereal can be right there in a number of pockets from the same people who bring you cargo shorts. Now the cereal vest will keep your favorite breakfast cereal within arm's reach. And this is especially handy when I'm making my cereal art, which, by the way, I'm waiting for Michael's to have a sale on frames because I got to replenish that. My supply line issues have caused my cereal art to go dormant for a little while.
Go ahead and shout out your Etsy page.
It's the TLC store by Tim on Etsy.
Oh, my
We'll
gosh.
have a new supply of cereal art coming soon, thanks to the cereal vest.
All right, Ben, your words are boat spotter.
Has your boat gone missing?
No.
Perhaps it's in a storage shed somewhere. Maybe your previous administration has it in somebody's backyard in Rio Verde. That's the latest rumor.
Well, then you need boat spotters. That's right. They'll come out and. Why do you always do this to me? There is no such product as a boat spotter because if there was, I would have hired them. So you can take your boat spotter and stick it up your barrel backside.
Oh, my
I'm done.
Wow.
Don't buy it because it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Well, I
all
don't
right.
think that's going to win. You just argued against your own product.
Yeah. Gaslit yourself.
Hired him.
All right.
You've really done it now, Beryl.
All right, Brooke.
All triggers.
Neighbor launcher.
Neighbor launcher. Okay, many times the Airbnbs behind me are making noise and I want to launch something at them. But no, this time you put them in a device and it launches them the hell away.
All
So
right.
then they don't need to make another sound. So if you have noisy neighbors, buy the neighbor launcher. Now, if they're over 250 pounds, you're out of luck because this is all it can hold. But if they're under 250, launch them to another neighborhood. The neighbor
Right.
launcher. Finally get some peace and quiet.
All right. So, Carolyn, some interesting products there. The neighbor launcher, I'll say it, the boat spotters, or the cereal vest. What is it you're going to buy?
You know, I've got a 7-year-old that loves her cereal and her arts and crafts.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with the cereal.
Yes, the cereal launcher.
Tim, you always win.
I know.
What's up with that?
I'm just a born pitch man.
You're gonna really upset Ben. He's on the ledge.
Thank you, Carolyn. Tell Carolyn what she's won, Barrel Boy.
Papa Murphy's Family Feast.
Yay! Thank you for playing Snake Oil. Hang on for KNIX Secret Show tickets in about 15 minutes on 102.5 KNIX.
The Bad Guys has a 96% on.
The product does not work.
I feel like I'm like the new Ron Popeil,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, win every time.
It's
like
weird.
you're the goat.
So this is funny.
My computer just stopped working.
I noticed that you went dormant.
It went black.
We're having some real issues here at the old
What
radio
hell?
ranch.
What the hell?
We need to take iHeart to the Arizona Heart Institute because there's 8 radio studios and about 15 side studios here in the building, and all of the studios are connected to this mainframe computer. It's like a giant war games computer.
Did you do something
No, I
with
just
this over here?
And that thing, the mainframe,
that happened?
is like
We need this plugged in.
Okay.
oh, was your computer plugged into that? Oh, I'm sorry. To plug in my phone for Ben's camera.
You ran out of power.
There we go.
Oh.
There we go. Anyway, so that thing, the mainframe down the hall, it's got a mind of its own.
Yeah.
And so when it goes haywire, it just causes stuff not to work all down the line. So that's why Ben's here in studio. That's why we can't hear Barrel Boy. He has to come in here. And so to get Ben on camera, he's actually coming to you from my phone. Looking good, Ben.
Feeling good, Tim.
Yeah. We needed an extension cord to plug in my phone. And so I unplugged a cord that yeah, a little customer service stuff. Yeah. Jennifer will be your boat spotter.
Thank you, Jennifer. I know it's crazy, but it's like, you're like, why let that? It's like, it's just too much
The neighbor
of a hassle
to
even.
I was almost going to say, if the neighbor is over 250, just turn it around. If you've seen the Jackass movie, you'll know what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Turn it around and release it. Ba-bang! Okay. Mom. Huge party over the weekend ended up in a shooting, and they had a large crowd of underage kids. Well, boy. I hope it doesn't come to that. Brooke, your husband claims he could fight a bear and he could defeat a 115-pound female MMA fighter. Have you ever thought about just sending him over to kind of finish off all the noisy revelers at your...
Brian has never been in a physical altercation, and would he...
Yes, he did. They were amazing. The FOMO. All right, Johnny. Have a seat. Fasten your seatbelt.
Johnny D.
Oh. Couple things. Brooke, could you email me the hats? Because they're on my phone and I can't access it.
Yeah.
While it's shooting Ben. I've noticed, okay, on the draft,
Mhm.
it's usually Barrel Boy or Brooke. On Celebrity Net Worth Price is Right, Ben, more often than not, is closer.
Yep.
And
Good
then I
point.
seem to have kind of the streak going with snake oil. Check these out, ladies and gentlemen. Barrel Boy's new kicks. Now, he says he's having trouble getting the right kind, the authentic barrel bowling shoes.
Isn't that a company named Dexter that makes them?
Is it?
I think.
They
They stopped making.
they did.
Dexter went under. The
Yeah.
pandemic, bowling and the pandemic. I bet that's what happened.
Wow.
You can't go to bowling alleys, right? So they quit making bowling.
Hmm. So he's wearing these this morning, which is odd to see Barrel in any kind of footwear other than a flip flop. Okay, Barrel has a theory that whenever he doesn't wear flip flops, we have technical issues, and it's true this morning. It's somehow related to the covering of your toes. But these are the new Barrel Boy shoes. You'll see them at the Secret Show tomorrow night. I hope that doesn't mean we'll have technical difficulties.
I gotta admit, I'm not a Croc guy. I don't like Crocs. I think they're ugly, but these are like Chuck Taylor. They're like Converse Crocs. I dig them.
Barrel, is that fabric or is it more of a plasticky
Rubber.
rubber? Okay, so they are like that's what I'm thinking is
Oh, that's true.
they do look like, well, from what I've seen, prison shoes or jail shoes, Ben.
Yeah, they did. Like shower shoes.
Okay.
Barrel and Ben. Have you never been?
Huh?
Never been?
I've never been to jail or prison or. Okay.
Oh,
Understood.
so you've never been to jail?
No, never been arrested.
You feel that you should have?
I think I've seen enough TV shows about it that no, I'm good. How about you, Brooke? Have you been arrested or put in jail, incarcerated in any way?
Oh,
I went a long time.
I was in a police golf cart. I got escorted off the set of Iron Man 3 in a police golf cart, but I could still stick my hands.
I had a guy, Larry Denslaw was my lawyer, and they called him Loophole Larry.
Good old Loophole Larry.
And
Better call Saul.
He didn't work for you, did he?
No, the first thing I said was, "You're Loophole Larry." He's like, "I just got to tell you, there are no loopholes anymore. There's no loopholes." Not that I want a loophole, It's like,
You would have taken the loophole if you'd have got it. Thus, not even.
well,
I would have.
You make a mistake. It's like I knew what I was in for. It was 24 hours in jail, and he got me in the Via Linda. So, which it's a good learning experience. It was a bougie jail.
It's the booze jail.
Um,
We saw your cellmate at a fancy concert.
yeah, I know. I see him once about every 10 years, and then he goes, "Remember May? I was your cellmate at the Via Linda."
That was so funny. Oh yeah. Ben's
He was
like,
the
which
cool-
time? No.
He was the coolest guy, but I got lucky with him too, because he was like, he sold billboards, was just a normal Joe. But it's like, if you get in there with the wrong, a strange person for 24 hours, that's a long time to sit there with somebody. The lights never go out. You don't have access to a clock or time, so you're just guessing how long. It's like,
Is that hard? Does it just
It
seem
was
like
weird. It was
forever?
like, I was like, God, how long do you think it is? I think we've been in here 12 hours.
Wow.
I think it's been 16 hours. I don't know. We could tell because they would bring, we got 2 lean cuisines, which is pretty bougie, right?
Yeah.
Here's your lean cuisine. They slid it under the jail door.
It's funny. Cecilia, I would imagine that's going to be this morning sometime, hopefully before lunch. Did you have to take a dump like in an open toilet in front of your cellmate?
No,
Oh.
no.
That would be the hardest part for me.
Yeah. I have bowel control.
When my youngest was in jail for her DUI, they still had Tent City, and they said the food was prepared by the inmates in Tent City, but some of the other more hardened girls who'd been there before were like, yeah, and they put all kinds of gross stuff like, nail clippings and so my daughter didn't eat a thing.
I heard that they had a vending machine, and Sheriff Joe's big thing was it was the most profitable vending machine in the world.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Because everybody got snacks.
Of course, he also was famous for serving green bologna and putting prisoners in pink boxers.
I mean, that's fine. Pink boxers, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. And he took away like all the adult magazines. He's like, it's jail. You're not supposed to have privileges. Brooke backs on this. Ooh.
Half of my hometown, Kelsey Ballerini with Kenny Chesney, 1025 KNIX.
Okay, I'm speculating. I know this is wild, but we said we don't know who the opener is. All right. What if Secret Show number 9 is Kenny and the opener is Kelsey? Whoa!
And then they come out at the end and do that song.
Yes.
That would be
a
lot.
Significant.
Yeah.
Here's some things you need to know if you've got your tickets. First of all, it does cost $10 to park at the Marquee. The gates or the doors are going to open at 5:30, and our opening act is going to take the stage at 7. And for the first time, we don't know who that's going to be. It's also a secret. What else do you need to know? What about handbags or purses?
So not allowed, but clear plastic bags are.
Yeah.
Like gallon size would be the limit.
Okay. And it's general admission. So there will be people waiting in line all day. You don't have to. If you have a ticket, you're going to get in. But people like to get there early, wait all day, kind of party and pregame, and then get the right up close seating or standing. It's a stand up venue. There's no seats. So that's a factor, especially if you were going to bring a kid. They can't be on your shoulders. And chances are it gets shoulder to shoulder by the time we get to the show. So just think about that.
One good thing, though, that there's an elevated floor. So it's every seat is a pretty good seat. The ones up front, obviously better, but it's, there's a slight angle up so you can see the artist.
There used to be seats in the Marquee and they took them out.
I don't know.
Well, it is good until you've had 12 beers. And then if the floor is slanted.
The floor is a little slight angle.
There's going to be no line dancing.
Yeah. So the opening act goes at 7, and then the secret show will be a time after, usually around 7:45 or 8. If you're there, if you're watching, and as soon as we intro the person, we would love to have you on your phone, record your reaction and tag at KNX Country, because we love to know the surprise when we find out. We love to see your reaction to it as well. And if you are coming out and waiting in line, it's going to be a little cooler tomorrow, but just make sure you bring, plenty of water and sunscreen, all that stuff.
And besides I'm not talking about the secret show artist or the opener, there may be a special person in attendance.
Oh,
yeah.
That's all kinds of surprise. Barrel Boy is going to be wearing new shoes for the first time in the history of Barrel Boy. He's got some new kicks. And also, somebody we know from the show might be wearing a hat.
Well, I don't know. My husband told me I look like a park ranger, a cute park ranger. So I thought this hat looked really cool. But you know what?
Yeah.
I might just wear it. Who cares? Park rangers are fun,
Brooke,
right?
Arby's called. They want their hat back.
It does not look like an Arby's hat. It is not that tall.
The second hat you got, he said, where the heck is Carbon said, yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Okay, she was hot, right?
All right. So lots to see and get pictures of tomorrow night at KNIX Secret Show number 9. Now you got to get a ticket to get in, and we're going to give one away here in just a couple of minutes. 8, noon, 2, and 4, KNIX Secret Show number 9.
So Richard said, I thought Double L announced the opening act yesterday. Did she? I honest to God have no idea.
I don't know nothing, man. They don't tell
I'm
me
going to
nothing.
text her.
Simbo. Hey there, Miss Ranger Man. Picnic basket.
There you go.
Hey, boo-boo. Yeah. You got to wear the hat.
am. I'm not going to let the peanut gallery affect my hat wearing.
Take it from me.
You know, we've all made bold fashion choices before, and you have to try some things out. In 5 years, I'll probably look back and be like, "What the hell? I wasn't wearing a hat indoors."
All right, you guys. I know some of you want desperately to win. We've still got today and tomorrow morning and all of tomorrow. So keep the faith. Think positive thoughts. Give us a little Tony Robbins positive mental attitude about winning tickets.
Winning secret show tickets is it's like tapping into your personal power. Once you find out what your passion is, what your drive is, that's secret show mojo right there.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. I
And
really am.
how's John Jay, by the way?
Oh, I'm good. I don't have tickets to the secret show, but I have a cold plunge like Tony Robbins.
It's true. He does.
And a mini tramp.
And the mini trampoline, yes, in his backyard in Arcadia.
Awesome. All right. Bye, everybody. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a great Thursday.
Follow your dreams.